Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you a tool from Hugging Face, which in my opinion is extremely important for any production ready or customer facing application, especially when it comes to AI powered applications. And it is not just about this application from Hugging Face, which is called as Observers. It is about any observability tool which you might use in order to do the instrumentation and monitoring of your application. I believe that any production application, especially the AI powered ones or agentic software, they must have two things, a security and observability. Both of these things are the least taken care of things at the moment when it comes to AI software. That is why in this video I'm going to show you this observers framework or library, which is a lightweight library for observability from Hugging Face, and we are also going to install it and then we will see how it works with API calls. In this video I'm going to install it locally and we will check it out with OpenAI's API. In the next video I'm also going to show you how it works with Olama. By the way, if you are using any OpenAI compatible API, this tool should work with that. Now, if you don't know what observability means the ability to understand the internal state and behavior of a software system. It could be your AI powered application, it could be microservice architecture, it could be serverless. As long as you analyze its external outputs, inputs, and behaviors, and involve collecting and analyzing various types of data, including logs, metrics, and traces, to gain insights into the system's performance, that means you are doing observability. It empowers the developers, operators, stakeholders, admins to ask arbitrary questions about the system's behavior without requiring explicit instrumentation and prior knowledge of the system's internal workings. That helps you in quickly identifying and diagnosing issues, optimizing performance, and improve overall system reliability. And most of the time, the complaint which I hear from end users around AI powered applications, especially when it comes to agentic software, is around latency. Now, if you want to know where exactly your application is spending time, you need to have some sort of observability tool embedded in your API calls, and that is what we are going to see in this video. Before I proceed further, let me also give a huge shout out to our good friends at AgentQL who are sponsoring this video. AgentQL is a query language for extracting data from web pages quickly, easily, and at scale with the power of AI. It's a robust alternative to fragile XPath and CSS selectors, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Let me take you to my terminal where I'm running this Ubuntu 22.04. You can use this on Windows or wherever you like, as long as you have your API calls are being made to the LLMs. Now, let me create a virtual environment with Conda. Shouldn't take too long. And the Conda environment is created. Let's install observers and OpenAI because I will be using OpenAI with it. This is quite a lightweight, so shouldn't take too long to get installed. And that is all done. Now, because we will be using OpenAI's model, so let me set my OpenAI's API key and then I will clear the screen. And that is done. And by the way, if you are following along, you would need to go to platform.openai.com, and from there you would need to grab your API key. That is a paid option. So everything is installed, our key is set. Let me launch my Python interpreter and I will show you how exactly this thing works. First, I'm importing these wrappers from observers for OpenAI and for the data store because it needs to store all of these instrumentation and observability data somewhere. So it uses DuckDB store, which DuckDB is a in-memory, very lightweight open source database which it is using. So you see that I have imported all of it plus our OpenAI. Next, let's initialize our DuckDB store. For that, I'm simply just going to paste this. This has been initialized. Let's also initialize our OpenAI's client. And I will then wrap it around our OpenAI and this DuckDB store with the help of this OpenAI wrapper, which we have just imported, as you can see here. Okay, so that is done. Now whatever API call we are going to make, it will have this instrumentation enabled. So for example, if I am making an API call to the completion API of OpenAI with GPT-4o model, and my prompt is that, sorry, tell me a one-line joke, then basically nothing has changed, but not only it is going to give me the response back, but also it is generating the instrumentation around it. So if I print the response, it shouldn't be different than any other response of OpenAI's API. There you go. And now if you want to see this in the DuckDB store, let me show you how you can see your instrumentation values. Some of them are also here, but let me take you to DuckDB. Now let me clear the screen. So for DuckDB, there are various ways. You can either go with DuckDB client. The way I like to do it in these sort of stuff is just go with DuckDB CLI, which is quite easy. All you need to do is to just download the zip file, and then it has downloaded this DuckDB CLI. Just simply unzip it. It has unzipped it, and then you can simply initialize the DuckDB store, because if you do ls-ltr here, you will see that this is the store.db which it created from the Python interpreter. Now we can just use it with this DuckDB client. There you go. So we are in that prompt. Now it has created a table for OpenAI in that database already with this instrumentation data. You see, this is the model we had called earlier. This is a unique ID, and then there is no error, and then there's a lot of other information which you can get from that table, and it churns out heaps of information. You see, this dot shows there are more data which you can select from the table, and the list goes on and on. So for example, if you describe that table, you will see that it gives you all of this stuff like prompt, how many tokens it took, function call, properties, sync that. And remember, this is still a very, very new project. So expect it to add a lot more information here in this table. So, but you can see that you can build any GUI tool, or you could just take this data, you can pump it into any other I would say APM tool or application monitoring tool, because every APM gives you some sort of API endpoint where you can feed it the data. Maybe you could just integrate it with Grafana and visualize it easily. So very, very excited about this tool. I will be making more videos on it. Maybe I will also show you a Grafana integration. But before that, in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can get it integrated with Olama. That's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Before I let you go, I also wanted to give a huge shout out to our very good friends at Master Compute, who have sponsored the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on a range of GPUs, so do check them out. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.